Bang, bang, J-Rod gang. What's happening? I told y'all. Look, link is pinned in the chat. If you want to come up and chill, talk, tell me I'm crazy, whatever you want to do, let's hear it. I'm ready. I am ready. It's J-Rod gang. You understand? All right, what's good? John Farmer from the One Carolina Show. I appreciate y'all so much. I see many of my Mint Street Monday faithful already in the chat. Moderator Nicole Ivory already in the chat. My man Steve-O already in the chat. Longtime sub CLT Mall already in the chat. Rob Blake. What's up, Rob? With the caps in the chat already. I am so excited. I'm so excited. I cannot hide it. Obviously, you can see. So, look, bold predictions I made. Really, really good draft last night with my man, the real ball watcher, RB Dub. Salute to him. We had fun last night. I'm tired. I'm still tired. I went and worked all day long, and then I came home because I wanted to be a part of something special with you guys. Now, I'm going to look like an absolute buffoon if we end up not drafting this kid. But that's not why I came here, honestly. And I'll tell you the truth. I almost tapped out. I was almost too tired. But I was like, you know what? If we don't draft him, I don't want to get blamed for being like a guy who came out and looked like an idiot. And then we didn't do something that I thought we would do. And then I look like an even bigger idiot. So here I am. But like I said, link is in the chat. Join me if you want to join the show. I can have up to, I think, 8, 9 guests, maybe 10. I don't know. So come yell at me. Come tell me that you're excited. Come tell me if it's, what your feelings are about the draft. If you happen to have an opportunity to watch last night, and when I went on with Real Ball Watcher, and if you watched any of that, like some of your feedback on our predictive mock. We ran a pretty long predictive mock of the first round, which I actually, I've never done a predictive mock before, and having an opportunity to do that, man, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, it's not something that I'm used to, typically, because I'm only looking at stuff for the Carolina Panthers, right? But yeah, we had a good time doing it. And so I did say when I was on last night that if my predictive mock results in at least 4 people that we get right in the first round, I will personally hand out $20 cash app to one of our members, right? And so and then I may do that for just anybody else too. But hey man, look, I'm telling you, yeah, J-Rod gang. It's time. It's time, man. I told you I was gonna wear the mustache. I'm not wearing it the whole night. I can tell you that. This thing will definitely come off before we do this draft pick. I just wanted to open the show. But yeah, that and the accent all night, pal. Anyway, salute to y'all, man. Shout out to let me go back up here to some of these comments at the top. My man Steve-O. Yes, sir. Let's go. Panther Nation. My man Maul. Go time. Rob Blake. What up, Rob? Yes. So, who is this? What's good, Big John? What's going on? Dana Lowe. Appreciate you joining me this evening. So, pretty much going to be chalk. I will say this. I did hear there was someone that said that there may be like some big surprise at the top of the draft, like a big trade. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know about y'all. Y'all can answer this for me because I may be way off on this, but I'm just curious. This to me, for whatever reason, feels like a draft that just has no juice at all. Like, I just don't. It just doesn't feel like. You know what? I'm gonna take this off for a minute, just for a little bit, and then I'm gonna put it back on when we get closer. Yeah, sorry, had to get up out of there. Anyway, this to me, this just feels like a draft year that doesn't. I guess because you don't really have you got your consensus number 1 quarterback, but even when Joe Burrow was coming out, it just felt more exciting. Like this draft just it's just lacking excitement. I think part of it too is like they're doing this thing where they're moving the draft all around different places. I miss the draft being in Radio City Music Hall. Like I think New York is fly, so I kind of miss seeing it there. But here we are. So once you get past like the top 3 picks, like especially, I'm really interested to see where Jeremiah Love goes and see if possibly the big move that Jay Glazer and others have been talking about is the potential for him to be like grabbed by somebody moving up and getting him, kind of out of nowhere. So I don't know. We'll see. It's exciting. How do y'all feel? Let me ask y'all this, the few that are here, and I'm sure we'll have more people tapping in as we go along. How do y'all feel about Mendoza? Because I asked Real Ball Watcher this last night. I was like, man, if we were at the top of this draft, and this was us having to take this pick, and some people, could argue, you know what, this was us. A little bit different situation. Bryce didn't win a title, but he did win a Heisman, right? Bryce isn't 6'5" like this kid or 6'3" or whatever he is. But yeah, I mean, how would y'all feel if we were at the top of this draft and Fernando Mendoza was our guy? Personally, I told him that I'd be okay with it because I think this kid is going to be solid. I think his floor is Kirk Cousins. His ceiling, I know it's going to sound crazy. People will say, bro, you are nuts. For some reason, I feel like his ceiling could be like a Manning just because of what he is from a processing perspective. But he said he can get a lot better at like anticipation throws. He can get better at like footwork, things like that. Those are things that I love to hear. But yeah, I'm interested to see how he fares. I'll be watching his career because it'll just be fun to see somebody, make the Raiders relevant again. As much as I love the Panthers, and no doubt I love the Panthers, diehard, I will say that there are certain teams when they're good, the league is just better, right? The Raiders to me are one of those teams. When the Raiders are good, the league's better. Now, I wouldn't say that about anybody in the South, right? I think the league is worse when the Saints are good, right? But, and I'm sure other people probably be like, man, you tripping. But, like I said, to me, the league is better when the Raiders are good. They got a good brand. I just like the brand of football that they have. So, anyway, shout out to my man, Pop. Pop, what's up, man? We back again. 3rd time this week. We in here. You see any nonsense going on, you know what to do. I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all so much. I think that was the only other comment that I saw that I haven't gotten to. Oh, let's see. Who's this? Give me 1 second. These glasses on, I can't see nothing. Jarrell Mason says, give me Sadiq. Well, come up and tell me why. What's good, man?
Hey, what's going on?
You got it. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just wanted to just hop on real quick and just be on your show, man. I'm from NC as well, 252. So I definitely love the content, and it's great to be in this platform with you, man.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you coming on. I used to do content like this a long time ago, and then I kind of shifted focus and just kind of wanted to do like where I offer commentary and my idiot takes, and then let people, respond to what I got to say. But I miss this, man. Like I miss like the platform where people can come on and like just tap in and just talk. You know what I'm saying? So this is fun. So you say you're from where now? Which part of
I'm from 252 area, Gaston, Halifax, Norfolk County, down east.
Okay, that's what's up. So what's your thoughts for tonight, man? I saw you said Sadiq. That's where you think we're going.
As far as that goes, I think that at 19 that we're probably going to take Sadiq or Thieneman available at 19. But what I think that may end up happening is that Dan may trade back in the first to go grab Rodriguez, because I think with Kuechly co-signing Rodriguez, probably put him on the radar of other LB teams. So we want to go grab him before anybody else if he's got EPA on your board.
Look, man, you talking my language. Personally, I know people keep, mentioning the move back. I wouldn't necessarily be mad at that. I did see, so last night while I was on with my man, Real Ball Watcher, there was a report that came. There was a bunch of stuff that happened yesterday. Like one, somebody had sent me something that was like Jacob Rodriguez he's following Devin Lloyd, Jalen Phillips, and the Carolina Panthers, and maybe some other people or whatever, which I thought the thing that stuck out the most to me was that he was following the two guys that we literally just signed to the team. I thought that was pretty interesting. So there was that. But then Jeremy Fowler had a report that like the Bills and us were very interested in Jacob Rodriguez. And, when these reports start coming out real late like this, I think that there is something to that. I think you kind of have to listen to everything that, there was a guy I was listening to today. I can't remember his name, but he said, believe none of what you see and half of what you hear, or whatever, or vice versa. But everything is something, right? So all this wide receiver talk from Dan Morgan and company, and, these things that they keep saying, to the media, I think it's a smokescreen, because I think that they really like Jacob Rodriguez. And at 19, I know some people would say that's too high. I'm right on board with it. But what say you? If they didn't move down and they took him at 19, would you be mad about that?
No, because I feel if he's the best player available on your board, you grab him. And like I said, Luke's cosign probably alerted Dan, like, okay, if a Hall of Famer that's getting a gold jacket this summer is telling you this guy is it, I got to trust his endorsement. And Dan Morgan was no slouch himself in the middle. And Rodriguez fits the Panther profile to a T. And if we pick him, he will fit into that great lineage of Panthers linebackers.
Couldn't agree more. I think, he's his coverage skills are excellent. The thing that people are really the most concerned about is, one, he did have like 17 missed tackles this year. And depending on who you talk to, some people will look at that and be like, man, that's a lot. And it is true. But I was listening to a report of someone that said, like, hey, his missed tackles, and this kind of happens for linebackers in general. It can be skewed. You can look at it in many different ways, right? One, he's kind of always around the ball, right? So like the fact that he's in the play is something that you can look at it as a positive. You could also, there's some elements of that I think you can coach out of him as well. But look, again, I don't know. I listen to the experts and I go off of what they say. So I'm gonna add my man Steve and I'm adding Rob Blake to the show. So I'm getting to see faces of people that I hear from often on my show, and I'm actually seeing faces of these people, and this is really cool. How you guys doing?
Hey.
All right, somebody's got me. Let me see. I'm hearing some weird. Hold on. Let me see who's who. Like, I'm hearing like weird feedback from somebody. Okay, Rob. Rob, turn me. If I remember correctly, from the StreamYard stuff, because I've not used StreamYard in quite some time. Don't listen to me on YouTube, Rob. Just play just the when you came into the show, you have to listen to it from there, because if not, it's going to echo in the background like it did. Does that make sense? You see them? You know what I mean? Like, so go to your internet browser and just listen from there. Don't have it up on YouTube as well. Anyway, what's up, guys? What's up?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
Not much, man. Just got off work.
That's what's up. So, what you want, man? What you want us to do tonight?
I'm looking for a surprise.
Me too. Big surprise.
I have on one end I want us to pick, I like Jacob Rodriguez like you do. I think the only other player you could go with is if he's there, Dylan Thieneman. Because
I got a feeling he's gone at 12, but
yeah.
I would like him too, but I don't know. I have the strangest feeling he'll be gone at 12.
But I feel something in my stomach makes me feel like they're gonna go offensive line.
Really?
Yeah, because really, if you think about it, this is a real prove it year for Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
He has to prove to the team that he's worth $50 or $60 million, because that's coming. That's around the corner.
That number makes me sick to my stomach. And this is a guy who loves Bryce Young, but that number makes me sick to my stomach.
He's got to justify it, and he's got to. The number one thing Bryce has to show this year is consistency, because we did not see it at all last year.
Yep, in spurts, but not consistently enough. Yeah, I agree. Rob, what kind of surprise you looking for tonight, man?
I'm thinking they're going to draft Ty Simpson, and that's just a feeling.
Ty Simpson?
Yeah, because there's nobody else at 19.
Ty Simpson?
I ain't lying.
Why do you want Ty Simpson, Rob?
I don't, but I heard that.
From who? Give us a source, Rob. I know you got sources out there.
Oh, no. I work in a drugstore. I can't remember who told me.
That's hilarious. Ty Simpson.
Well, it's supposed to be like everybody's that they really want is going to be gone, and they're going the best available, and somebody figured it might help Bryce have a good backup.
I'm not with that at all.
I'm not either, but that's what I heard. So I'm just looking for a surprise.
Yeah. Man, so I don't know if y'all watching the draft coverage right now, but this is actually pretty crazy. So this is the smallest version of equivalent of what we saw this year with Cam Newton coming back to Carolina. I don't know if y'all are familiar with Terry Bradshaw's relationship with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like it's horrible. And I do find it very interesting. So he just came out on stage with some of the Hall of Honor guys and obviously some of the Hall of Fame guys as well, and current Pittsburgh Steelers. And like, I find it interesting that he's like showing up and being out there with the team now that they fired Tomlin. Like that's interesting to me.
That's why I never realized that Bradshaw and the Steelers had a falling out.
Well, I don't know if I wouldn't necessarily classify it as a falling out. It's just like, when so I want to say this was back in 20. He's kind of always taking shots at Mike Tomlin, but back in 2015, 16, he was on I want to say it was Speak for Yourself before. This is like when all the FS1 stuff really first started, like back when they had like Whitlock and Colin Cowherd and all them people all on that one show that would come on in the afternoons. And he went on and called Mike Tomlin a cheerleader guy, right? And so that kind of set a fraction with him in the locker room with people. With people in the organization, not just the locker room, but like people with the Steelers organization in general. And so he would never show up like when they would have like these. You know how they do the thing, man, where like, they'll look player appreciation and stuff like that during the year or whatever. And they'll bring on like Mel Blount and Joe Green and all these, other yesteryear guys or whatever. He'd never be there for that kind of stuff. And so,
so it was icy.
Yeah. So I find it fascinating that he was there today. So I think it's pretty cool, but I just thought it was, interesting to say the least.
Yeah, really interesting. One thing really interesting, I want to mention something really quick about the Panthers bringing in Diego Pavia on the top 30 visit. I got to see him a lot out here being in New Mexico, played high school ball at Vaquena Vista in Albuquerque, played at Mexico Military Institute down in Roswell, transferred to New Mexico State. Then we saw what he did at Vandy, finished second in Heisman. Found it interesting that we brought him in, but I just think character, attitude-wise, may not be a good locker room mesh fit for us, seeing what happened when we brought in Deontay Johnson when he had his character issues and we got him about the paint. So I just thought it was interesting that we brought in Pavia for a visit, but I don't think that he'll be a good fit. Taylor Green, keep a name out for him in the later rounds. That's who I think we probably may be going with in the late rounds for a backup QB.
I can see that as well. The Pavia thing, man, I'm with you. Like for me, it's multifaceted. Like, now don't get me wrong, he's a baller. Like, and he like to get the ball down the field. Like, I like that. He's aggressive. But like the whole when Johnny Manziel is your mentor, I'm just like, nah. No, I'm
Still
good.
clear.
Yeah. You can pick your mentor as well, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I guess there is some things that you can learn from Manziel, but that's just not something I would even say it publicly because it just makes me look at like, I'll just look at you weird, So
Yeah.
Mhm.
You were talking about Mike Tomlin. I still remember when he jumped up on the field when that dude was returning that ball. That was crazy that time.
was that against Baltimore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he stepped on the field to slow him down.
Yeah, I remember that. Who was that? Was it a return or was it a like a catch? Like who was it? Because I feel like wasn't that Jacoby Jones that he did that too?
I think. I want to say it was either an interception or a return or kick return or something.
Gotcha. Yep. Been a long time.
Yeah, well.
I need more information about this Ty Simpson thing, man. Like, so let me ask you, Rob, are you like a non Bryce Young guy?
No, I like Bryce. I mean, I miss Cam, and he'll never take the place of Cam. But I got some funny stories. I used to be Jerry Richardson's pharmacist. And,
really?
Yeah. In '95, he had a Bentley convertible with processed blue interior. Mm-hmm. And I was one of the first people to see the Carolina, the colors that he was picking. So I thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, I get a lot of people. I had a downtown drugstore, so I saw a lot of the business people and heard stuff, and it was different days back then. But Charlotte was smaller.
Yeah.
But I swear I can't remember who said that. But
the big
Simpson's
cat.
supposed to be the first person or the best person available at 19 because everybody they wanted is going to be gone. Or they could do J-Rod, but J-Rod you have to get him at 19 because you can't trade down and get him because somebody else is going to get him.
I agree with that. So that's an interesting point. So we'll start there. I mean, look, I've asked just about everybody, what their opinions are that have been on my show, but I haven't asked you guys specifically because it's the first time I've talked to you, like other than just in the comments. The first question, and you guys can answer at your own leisure. Is it too high to take him at 19? That's the first question. And you can answer what you believe. You don't have to, do it based on what you think I might think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too high at 19 if you're sold on him. If you think he's the guy.
Jarrell?
I say no. If he's your guy on your board, BPA, you go get him.
Agreed. So then that being said,
I don't think he's going to make it out of the first round.
I don't either, man. I just have a real strong belief because you just don't find. So I was listening to a video on him, and they said something to the degree of like he had like his coverage stats. It's him and like a linebacker that was drafted a few years ago, and one other in the last like 20 years that have the same kind of like coverage grades and stuff like that. And that's the hardest thing to find, in my opinion. And that's why I think Luke said what he said, is because like, man, when you have guys that are playing backer, like you want people that, have good instincts and just anticipation and stuff like that. Cause so many guys, I mean, we got guys on our team that are, physical. Bam Martin Scott's a physical guy.
Yeah.
Claude Chairless is a physical guy, but what you want are guys that can diagnose plays. That's extremely important.
You think there's a world where if they don't get him at 19 and he's gone?
He's gone.
You think Anthony Hill Jr. is the next one they would get?
Yeah. But I also could see a world where they don't even necessarily go after, I don't know if that was Fernando's little brother or not, but he stood up to give him dap and he just like didn't even look his way. It was kind of funny. You like me, if you do that to me, I'm literally gonna give myself dap just so I don't look stupid in the face standing there with my hand up. Yeah, I wonder if they'll even take a backer in that case, like if he's not the guy, right? Because I think Dan really still loves Trevor Wallace. I think Trevor Wallace obviously has to stay healthy, but yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would necessarily, because I think that there's other positional needs that you could address in the second round if Anthony's there and Jacob is gone. But I just, like you guys, I don't see a world where he is. I mean, it wouldn't shock me, man. Like I said this maybe a couple of shows ago. These teams like the Cowboys that have 2 picks in the first round, the Kansas City Chiefs, it wouldn't surprise me if they have such a high grade on him that they take him because they're in fear that somebody else might do it. Somebody even said that there was someone's mock that had him going to the Saints at like what is Saints pick 9? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
that's possible.
So yeah, somebody had a mock going to the Saints, which I think would be insane. But I look, if like you said, Steve, if he's your guy, he's your guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if he's the guy, you got to make the move. I mean, I know Luke talked about him. He raved about him.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch a whole lot. I haven't watched a whole lot of Anthony Hill, but they have said that he would be the next best linebacker behind J-Rob.
Well, we did have the was it top 30 or top 50, one or the other visit. We did have a visit with him, so could see it happening. Pantherhead said J-Rod or Sadiq. What's y'all's thoughts on Sadiq? Like, can you
I
Sadiq?
don't want him.
Well, then we won't fall to us.
I don't want him because we don't feature the tight end. I mean, since Dave Canales and Brad Idzik have been there, we do not. I mean, I think a friend of mine pulled up some stats or something last year. I mean, we threw the tight ends like 19% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
They shared 19% of targets. I mean, and we ran the ball close to 500 times last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've always been a run first team. I mean, we run the ball. That's what we do.
Right.
Keep pounding. So I don't think Sadiq would be used right in this offense to justify taking him.
What say you, Jarrell?
Kind of like what Steve was saying. I don't know if Sadiq would be a good fit in this offense. Just seeing how Carolina is a run-first heavy team, and we want to see how Brooks is going to be this year, coming off of his ACL injury and being on ice all of last season. Chuba looking to rebound after a down year last year, and seeing how tight ends being featured in the Carolina offense, being more blocking and not really catching, receiving, with Idzik now taking over play calling. I just think it may be a scenario where if we draft Sadiq, it'll be great player, but wrong offensive scheme and wrong team for his skill set.
Yeah. Yeah. Rob?
John, I think we're better than people think we are. I mean, I think we're better than we think we are.
At tight end?
So it's not going to take much.
You mean at tight end?
I mean, yeah, I like the tight end room.
I do too. And I think they do as well. I don't, like Steve said, that's kind of been my position is that, now what I will say, and my homie last night pointed this out, with Brad Idzik and Darrell Bevell, things could be a lot different. He talked about how Jonnu Smith, if you look at his numbers from the time before Darrell Bevell and, during the Bevell time in Miami, like it looked, it was like night and day. And he had Tua as his quarterback. And not, it's not saying anything bad about Tua Tagovailoa, but we know that he's not always available, not always the most efficient, all that kind of stuff. So it was interesting, and so I think if they did take him, I would say that Darrell Bevell probably had a lot of influence in that pick, right? If he's on the big board and he just happens to fall right there, then I would say yes, Bevell had a lot of influence there.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Oh wow, the Jets took David Bailey. I would imagine. I thought Arbel Reese would have went over David Bailey.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of people saying that this kid is the next Von Miller. I don't see that, but I'll leave it to them to say that. That's a smart pick for the Jets. I'm glad they didn't, the whole Ty Simpson talk. There's no way that Ty Simpson would have went to, number 2 overall. But I think that's a smart pick for them.
Yeah. There's 2 positions I do not want us to see take at 19, and that's tight end and wide receiver.
Yeah, we don't need a wide receiver.
Okay, so let me ask hypothetically, if they did take one, which one would you want? Like, which one would you not be the least? Which would you be the least mad about? That's what I would ask.
I would like to see Makai Lemon if we were to take him.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. But I think XL's gonna have a good year.
You might be on an island, Rob.
I think if we draft a wide receiver, XL could be out of here before draft is over.
Was that you in my chat last night saying that we were going to trade him?
Was.
I thought that was you.
I mean, really, if you draft a wide receiver at 19, you're telling XL you do not believe in him.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Just like Steve said, I would prefer Casey Concepcion if we go wide out at 19. But like you said, if we draft the wide out, XL gonna be dangling on the line as trade bait for somebody.
Who? I'm trying to think who would offer and what would they offer?
Yeah,
if
really.
you're a GM, you get on the phone. Who you offering? What you offering for him?
I mean, based off of his production, you might get a fifth out of it.
Maybe a fourth.
Would you, if somebody offered a fifth, you taking that? I'm not taking that. I'm sorry, not for a guy that I moved up in the first round to get. For me, I have settled on the fact. Somebody in the chat, Charlotte Mall in the chat said the Titans. I can see that. That tracks. But for a guy that I moved up for, like, I think that's what makes it even more like he's gonna be here. Is like, it's not just that they want to see him turn the corner. It's like you spent draft capital to bump up a spot because you didn't have a first.
That was supposed to be a free bump.
Oh, so they wait? Did they not trade something to get up?
No. What happened was they didn't have anybody they wanted on the first round, but they were going to take somebody in the second round, so they just swapped picks.
Oh,
it was something Morgan worked out. Didn't cost him nothing. He said.
Yeah, okay. Because Bean was GM with the Bills, and they got rapport, so they did the buddy thing. Like, hey, do me a solid.
Well, you see how out of the loop I am.
So I really think that XL, I'm not saying this because of the business I'm in, but XL just needed to get some stuff together, and I think he's going to be great. I really do. I
mean, he was always a project wide receiver anyway.
Yeah.
He only had one good year in college.
Well, Andy could throw to him, and he was great. I mean, it's a mental block.
I think it's okay. So you just said it. So we'll go here for a minute. I think it's multifaceted. I think in the beginning, it was what somebody just said about the Andy thing, right? So in the beginning, Andy was a better fit, right? That's where it starts. Fast forward, then it becomes more of a hand-eye coordination, situational awareness, drops, all that kind of stuff. So then that becomes a thing. Move forward to now. Well, clearly there's no more Andy, so you don't have that at your disposal. Now you've got major competition for the spot that you probably could have commanded. Now, y'all mentioned that he was a project. I agree with that. Deontay Johnson being brought in was proof of that, right? So you draft him to kind of bring him along and develop him slowly. You could also argue, though, and this was part of our conversation last night, that he's not being utilized right? Because he said it to Cam when he was sitting down Super Bowl road with Cam. He's like, look, man, I like to go, north, south, get vertical, go balls, things like that. That's kind of what, what I'm used to. That's what works for me.
And Dave Canales was sprinkling some of that in last year.
Mm-hmm.
He throw him a go ball here and there, but most of it was like comeback routes and slants, and that's not in his game. He can't
lower his hips and stop on a dime like that.
Right.
Let me tell you something else I heard too. I heard that the NFL wants him there more than anybody else.
Him where?
The
in Carolina?
NFL wants him because he's so good for business.
You talking about in Carolina?
Well, no, XL is just
in the league. Period. I got
is a league a character, somebody that builds the league.
Absolutely.
So I mean, that's why they want him. And if we were to get rid of XL, there'd be a revolt.
Yeah, I do agree with that. There is a huge faction of the fan base and I mean, look, not for nothing. I'm not gonna say and dunk on people that are big XL fans, because I was that way about Bryce. When Bryce was bombing out, man, it was tough times out here for the supporters. Tough times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad things turned around and turned in his favor. But it was rough going for us out here that was standing on that island. And to some degree it still is. I mentioned this last night, man. There's just some, when you guys talked about the consistencies, there are some people, it doesn't matter. Bryce would have to come out and win a Super Bowl. It would have to be Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, dang near MVP season for them to change their minds on it, because they're only going to see two things. One, we should have drafted CJ. Two, he got benched. That's all they're going to ever see.
I think Bryce is a better quarterback than CJ Stroud.
It's all about focus. If you're focused, you can do a good job, and they lose concentration, both of them.
Yeah.
No offense. And that could be the reason there's bad blood, is because they're so damn much alike sometimes.
Yeah. Jeremiah Love off the board, by the way. Jeremiah Love went to the Cardinals. There's not been so look, I think if there was going to be a trade, there's two players, in my opinion. If there's going to be a trade up at this point, I could see Tennessee, a team that probably, my guess is that Tennessee's either going to do something to protect Malik Willis, or they're going to draft Jordan Tyson, and he's going to go super high right here at number 4. Because I think if Jeremiah Love had fallen to Tennessee, that's who they were likely going to pick. But now I feel like you've only got maybe 3 players, in my opinion, that people would be willing to move up for. That would be Caleb Downs, if he starts to slide, which, by the way, I'll just ask y'all a quick yes or no answer. If Caleb Downs is there at 19, are we picking him over everybody else?
I would.
I would say it's a yes it'd be a yes for me too.
Yep.
All right, cool. That said, I think that right now what is like I mentioned, Caleb Downs. Let's see who else. I would say Caleb
on the board.
Sonny Styles is still on the board, yes. Hey man, Steve, look, I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong here. Do you feel like it's possible that there are people who are not as high on Sonny Styles as maybe as the consensus would suggest?
I think when he came out at the Columbine and lit it up, they kind of overblew that. But I've heard from several people he's kind of he's a little overrated.
Overrated is strong for me, but I will say that I don't know that he is 4th overall, 5th overall to Cleveland or beyond. It appears that maybe some of the consensus boards, because many people didn't have David Bailey going number 2. That's already a surprise, right? Jeremiah Love, he was always going to be in and around this. So the draft really, in my opinion, just now got started. Because now you got Love off the board, who, many people think is the best player in the draft, period. Fernando was going to obviously go number 1. The David Bailey was a little bit of a surprise, but that, earlier before all the combine stuff, he was mocked pretty high. Now it's really this is when it's really going to go wide open. So
yeah, I think I've heard over the last couple of days that Sonny Styles might drop to 10 to 15, something like that.
Wow. Which is wild when you consider the need for off-ball backer in the league, but that's what I guess Vegas is looking at it a lot different than some of us are. That's for sure.
It's a crazy draft. Nobody wants to move up.
Yeah, it is. I was talking about this earlier. It doesn't. This draft just doesn't have a lot of juice to me. You know what I mean? It just, for some reason, it's just, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just tired. I've been working all day and I've been busy all week. It just doesn't feel like it did last year or even the year before. It just, I don't know.
I just think overall it's a weak class, and that you don't really have the star power, and next year's class is going to be the star-studded class. But this year is the good time. If you weren't going to be evaluated very high in somebody's draft, come on out, get your money, because it's a weak year.
Now, next year, oh my gosh.
Yeah, next year is going to be killer.
Yes, it is. And
next year's going to be loaded.
I'm going to tell you what's crazy about next year, too, is if you're Carolina, I know you picked up the 5th-year option, right? But it is an option for a reason, right? So you still can make moves. If we, for some reason, if Bryce just regresses for some reason, boy, you're going to have I've always argued this when it comes to the Bryce Young thing, is that ultimately it would still be considered a failure if Bryce wasn't successful, considering that you had to move up to get him, right? So on the surface, yes, it is a failure. However, in my opinion, to some degree, it could still be considered a success. Why? Because he stabilized the position that you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 some odd quarterbacks, playing in over a 5-year period, right? And he stabilized it where at least you didn't have to worry about that position and you could go out and try to build the team. So an 8-win team last year, and then like me, on my personal opinion, I think you've got enough to field a team right now that could still win 8 games or better, maybe 9, possibly 10. That's a team where, yeah. I mean, no doubt. Like I agree. Like it's a strong roster even before this draft. But what I think though is that you've got a team that you could you could put even just marginally better quarterback play in and be a playoff team. Yeah, that to me is that's where the win lies, because he stabilized the position enough for you to be able to do that.
The offense is okay. You just need a better defense. Dang it! If we had a better defense, you wouldn't have to make over 30 points a game to break even. I mean, this is crazy.
This defense is going to be good this year.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
It's like that the playoff game. If we'd have just had some defense, we'd have won. I mean, Stafford was getting to do everything he wanted.
Yeah, well, we fixed the middle. The middle of the field is going to be a no-fly zone.
Yeah. Dang, the Titans just took Carnell Tate.
Oh no.
That's kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, okay, so I made a comment last night about not being an expert. Like we these drafts are mocks for a reason. You don't know what anybody's board looks like. That the one thing, they keep a lot of things locked tight because Carnell Tate was all over the place, man. Like people thought he would possibly go to Cleveland. Some people thought he would go to New York.
He went number 5.
He went number 4.
4. Yes.
He's the first receiver off the board.
Have you gotten any of your picks from last night, right?
Let me look. I'm on my laptop. I'm not on the big computer. I'll pull it in just a second, but so far, no. Well, Fernando, but yeah. So yeah, well, okay. If we're counting Fernando, then yes, Fernando. I got that right so far.
So Fernando did go number 1, yeah.
I wonder if the Giants are going to take Sonny.
They might.
I'm blind. I'm listening to you, John.
Who are their off-ball guys? Okay, yeah, I'll keep you updated, Rob. Who are their off-ball guys? In New York. Because I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm trying to find out.
Because I think that would be the tell. I know you got Abdul, but of course he's, kind of versatile guy, but he's mainly edge. Well, whoever it is that the Giants are thinking about, they're pretty sure about him because the pick's already in, like rather quickly.
Tremaine Edmonds, Michael McFadden.
Is Tremaine is that the Edmonds that was with the Bears? Because I know there's 2. I think there's a brother. So there's So, huh? Elaine, what I said, man? It had to be about Bryce. Elaine talking about he talking about boy bye. What I said, man? Probably so it had to be something I said about Bryce Young about the win. I knew it would pull. I knew somebody would be like, "Man, stop." I don't see. At this point, I don't see anybody moving up. I don't. I think at this point, it's pretty much going to be chalk. From this point forward.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be too much moving around.
No. I do think this is a spot where Sonny could go. I also think that, with Neighbors and his consistent injuries, I could see them going wide receiver right here. I could see Jordan Tyson going right here as well. Hey, man, if David Bailey can get picked at number 2, Jordan Rodriguez would go at 19.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that too.
Afraid? You think he might go higher? Like somebody might take him higher than us?
I mean, who would have figured the wide receivers would have the run that they're getting?
Yeah. You know what I think sold that for me? Because with it being a copycat league, man, is what people seeing JSN do this year.
Yeah.
I think for the Carnell pick specifically, I think the Jackson Smith and Jigba success, is a big part of. Because I mean, if you do get a big time wide receiver, like it's a game changer, and this isn't the strongest of wide receiver classes, but it's a consistent class. Like once you get past like him and Tyson and KC, Makai, when you get down to like the second, third, fourth rounds or whatever, there's some guys out there. There's some guys that I like. I like the kid from Tennessee, the Brazil kid. I like Zachariah Branch from Georgia. Somebody he's been kind of a favorite for a while. It'd be interesting to see how he projects in the league. Like, if he's just more of a gadget guy, or if he can actually like develop into if he can like get a bag as far as his routes are concerned, like and develop from that perspective. Oh my gosh, he could be crazy.
You said something that made sense to me. You said it's a copycat league. Once one team drafts somebody, then everybody else wants to draft the same type. So anyway, I'm thinking that Morgan has really spent the time to figure out he's got a bunch of good suspects that he can pick up. Mm-hmm. And I got a feeling we're going to have some. I think we're going to feast between you and me.
I think so too. I think Elaine got me. He got me messed up. Basically, I don't think he understood what I was trying to say. I'm not at all bashing Bryce. As a matter of fact, I hope Bryce balls out this year. And even though the number, as far as like what he would likely command is from a contract, makes me a little nervous because of how you build the team after a deal like that. And I think Bryce is one of those kind of guys, like every quarterback, that needs, pieces around him to be successful, because no quarterback can do it on their own. That said, you can't hamstring yourself when you pay out a deal that big. We see it with other teams. But what I was saying is, if I was trying to convince people, I'm a humongous Bryce supporter, as somebody, Pantherhead, had mentioned in the comments, and have been since day one, almost to a fault, right? So, but what I was saying is, if I was explaining myself as far as like where you could find a win if he didn't have success next season, and people said, see there, because I'm telling you, there's a section of the fan base, right? And look, that's cool. They can feel like this, but if he flops, and we all kind of do it to a degree, we might not, some be a little bit more loud about it than others, but we all kind of do it. But there's a section of the fan base that if he fails, next year, it's going to be like, see, look, and my explanations, because there would have to be a lot of them, because people would pull up my old content and I would get messages and I would get comments and all this kind of stuff about like, see, okay, now what? See what happened? And then I would say, okay, here's where we can find a win. Now, if you get a quarterback that comes in here that plays better and he has a lot of success because you were able to stabilize your team at that position and then build a roster because you had stability at the position, that's a win. So that's my take on that. But I don't think Bryce Young is not going to be successful. I think that because for guys like him and really quarterbacks in general, if you can get through those first couple of years where things are just like 100 miles an hour, you know what I'm saying? Things are changing. You know, Bryce, even with the changing at the offensive coordinator position, is still the same guy in the room, Brad Isaac. You'll have a little bit more, you know, I don't think your terminology will change too crazy with a guy like Darrell Bevel coming in. So, you know, it's not going to be like overwhelming, but the game slows down for you. And so
He'll
I
get
think
the plays quicker.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've got continuity with a guy that won Rookie of the Year. You got continuity with a guy that you're going into the, you know, third year with in Jalen Coker, and, you know, David Moore is somebody that, you know, he's had some success with. And if he's healthy, he's going to be, I think David Moore will be a great, you know, addition to the team and somebody situationally that can provide you a first down when you're in a pinch, like against the Rams, you know, with, you know, driving to try to win the game. And then now you got a defense like, that can be. Arvell Reese went to the Giants, by the way.
What happened?
Arvell Reese went to the Giants.
Oh God,
that's interesting. That is no, I'm serious. That's really interesting because the question about him was like, is he off ball? Is he an edge? Right now, more than likely he's going to be an edge. But what that means to me is that Kayvon Thibodeau is out of there.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Now, I don't know where Kayvon ends up, but I don't think he'll be a Giant much longer.
But John, so much of football is mental.
Yeah.
And we all have problems with focus and things like that. And the longer you're in the league, the better you get at it. And I got a great feeling about our team. I really do.
I do too. One of the greatest feelings I have about our team is seeing I saw Brooks in some of the offseason workout stuff that they're doing. Cleveland's trading. Who they trading with? Kansas City. Okay. We got action.
Reese is already gone.
Yeah, we got action. So who in the world? So all right, predictions. Here we go. Who they taking? Kansas City has
what?
Yep, they moved up to number 6. So they gave the Browns number 9, pick 74, and pick 148.
Sadiq.
No, they got Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I was just telling Real Ball Watcher that last night. I'm like, dog, Travis Kelce has been balling. And the pick is in. Okay, I'm going to take a guess.
I'm going to say Sonny Styles.
You'd be right.
Did they pick already? Are we?
I'm listening to you, John. I don't have anything up.
Elaine Foster said he said Styles, but I don't know if they picked yet. I think that he's just predicting like us.
Yeah, I'm watching the hockey game. I don't know.
I could see Styles, but
Styles would make sense, but
I thought that was Brad said that.
They might go wide receiver.
Yeah, I think this might be Jordan Tyson. I'm gonna say Jordan Tyson, or I mean they got 2 picks, man. So they could. I mean who was it? Daniel Jeremiah did say that there would be a run of tackles between like 10 and like 20. And I think they pick again at 20 if I'm not mistaken. So this made sense that they would move up, and they didn't give away their other first round pick, so that was pretty dope too. And the Cleveland Browns only moved down 3 spots.
Lemon's been picked, right?
Huh?
Lemon got picked, didn't he?
No. So Lemon could be. I think it's either going to be Mekhi Lemon. I'm going to give 3 players. It's either going to be Mekhi Lemon, Sonny Styles, or Francis Mauigoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if it makes sense, dude.
Didn't
I think
go ahead and run down who's been picked.
Huh?
Go ahead and run down who's been picked because I'm listening to you.
Okay, so far, pick 1 was Fernando, 2 was David Bailey to the Jets, 3 was Jeremiah Love to the Arizona Cardinals, 4 was Arvell Reese to the Giants. Wait, no, 5 was Arvell Reese to the Giants. What was number 4? I don't have it. It's not on the ticker right now. I'll update you in a second.
Okay.
That Jeremiah Love's probably supposed to be pretty good too.
Yeah.
This is just weird.
Yeah.
They could go tackle. Didn't they lose a tackle who retired or something?
I think they lost. So they drafted Josh Simmons last year. Maui Noah would be interesting at left, but I don't know, man. I think this is probably going to be this is more likely going to be Jordan Tyson. I'm gonna predict this Jordan Tyson.
Yeah, I think Mahomes needs another weapon for sure.
Agreed. Yeah, a more consistent one. Okay, so 2 was Caleb. Wait a minute. No, Caleb Downs not drafted yet. I'm sorry. I'm losing my train of thought. Give me 1 second.
2 was who?
2 was
Arvell
David
Reese.
to the Jets. Nah, Alvin Reese went to the Giants. All right, here we go. I'm
David
turning this
Bailey
up.
was
I don't know.
right?
Yeah. Can y'all hear this?
No.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to get clipped. Here we go. Wow. Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense that they get a corner, but a trade up for Mansour Delane to 6?
I don't think
He was
he's
a
worth
10th.
that
Yeah,
much.
cornerback.
Yikes.
Well, they need one.
Yeah, because they lost one of their big corners to the Rams. So, it makes sense. The pick makes sense. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, last night, I think I took Mansour Delane at 9 on my mock, on my predictive mock last night.
I wish you had that.
It was either him or Jamad. I want to say, I don't think it was Jamad McCoy. I think it was Mansour Delane.
I think you did do that, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that to Kansas City. So that makes sense. Now, obviously, that's not, they didn't pick him where I predicted. So, my that's kind of blown up. But it does, it makes sense. It tracks. He's not a bad corner.
I think that's a little rich to give up, though.
Tate was number 4.
I would say that if
Mansour
you gave
was 5.
Look, let me tell you what's insane about that is when you look at what we gave up to get up to Bryce, like if you're not giving up that 1, if you have centered in and this is your guy, then I'm cool with it. This is my argument with the J-Rod pick, man, at 19 is like, it's not too high if this is your guy, right? Did not mean to rhyme there, but it did it, nonetheless. But if this is your guy, I'm cool with that, right? But you didn't give up the 1.
Yeah.
So they kept their 1. They kept the 1 for this year because they got 2. They had 9 and I think number 20. So you still held number 20 and you didn't give up a 1 for next year. You gave up 74 and I think what they say 158. So yeah, I'm not entirely mad at it.
Yeah, when we did that Bryce Young trade, we built half of the Chicago Bears offense.
100% we did. Commanders up now. So y'all thinking receiver here to help Jaden Daniels, or you think this might be where Ruben Bain goes, or Sonny Styles?
I think you gotta go offense. You gotta help. Oh boy.
Yeah, Commanders will be offense.
Man, this thing is moving. We're already. Yeah, man. Yeah. No, the Commanders. Commanders on the clock now.
Didn't they shrink it to 8 minutes or something?
I think so. Something like that. Because last year, my goodness. Because I'm telling you, once we pick at 19, we're gonna pick. I'm gonna be here to talk for like maybe another 10 minutes or so after that, and I'm out. I'm going to bed because I'm beat.
Yeah, you were up too late last night. I wish you'd have started it over once you found out that J-Rock.
Pantherhead said, "Remember when we took Luke and at the time everybody was like, who, what?" Yeah, I do. Yeah, and then Stuntman Beasley said, "Yeah, it's 8 minutes now." So they changed it, which is I think is a good thing. Hey, I want to ask y'all real quick, just while we're waiting on this pick for the Commanders. Do you guys think that Actually, hang on. Let me see. They might be making the pick right now. If they are, then I'm gonna wait and ask you this question in just a few moments. Okay, they're not making it yet. Anyway, oh yes, they are. Here they are. They're making it. Sorry, Jerome Bettis, and it looks like I see Jerome. Who's the other person? Oh, that's the receiver. What's his name? He's worked for ABC. Gosh,
Lynn Swan.
Lynn Swan. Yep.
I miss watching the bus.
Huh?
I miss watching the bus. He was a good running back.
He was. They don't make him like that anymore, man. I love seeing
football ain't nothing like it was back in the 90s, 80s, 90s, and
no. Guys like the bus play defense now. Because defense has become, especially, I mean, really edge, linebacker, they've become glamour positions. So, like, you know, people are more inclined to play it. All right, let's see what the command skins do. Oh, they got Sonny Styles.
Yeah.
Oh,
Commanders?
Yeah.
Nice pickup.
Yeah, agree. And he was over there kind of looking like he was like kind of sad.
They still got Bobby Wagner. He retired.
Nah, Bobby's a free agent.
I think they still get Wagner. Well, is he coming back or is he a free agent?
No, he's a free agent. I don't think he re-signed with them, so I'm pretty sure he's a free agent. Yeah.
Okay. Actually,
as a matter of fact,
bounce back here next year.
Bobby was one of my favorite. Like, I thought that he was somebody that we should grab. Like, until we, you know, obviously did the Devin Lloyd thing, but you know, it was more of a contingency plan of like, hey, if Devin Lloyd is gone, like, and you don't get him, like, I think that Bobby's somebody that, you know, because I personally wasn't the biggest fan of Leo Chenal, like, because I know that before we got Devin Lloyd, that's where a lot of the experts, quote unquote, projected that Leo Chenal would end up as with us, and I was not too big a fan of that myself, especially because I feel like Leo Chenal was just a better version of what we got the previous year with Christian Roseboom.
Yeah. I do have a little bit of reserve with Devin Lloyd, and because he balled out, but it was only after they didn't pick up his fifth-year option. So I'm hoping it wasn't just to get a bag and then not, because you know some players, they ball out and they get that bag and then they fall off a cliff.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, speaking of that point, Steve, you mentioned balling out and getting the bag. Should we be drafting for corner in the late rounds, given that Mike Jack is probably going to be looking to get a bag in the offseason, just switch agencies, and he's looking to get paid?
Yes.
I would actually see if Corey Thornton cannot take that position.
Well, I think, like you, Steve, I think that he will. I think that that's the ultimate plan. I think Corey's going to get a lot of burn this year. I don't know if he's going to be the, you know, just bona fide start nickel, but I think he'll get a lot of burn there this year. He's going to be on the field. I know that. I think
he's going to be a good player.
Me too. And I could see a world where Corey Thornton playing, you know, nickel, or, you know, and eventually, like you said, with Mike Jack, you know, looking for another deal the next year, especially if the next year, if things pan out the way that we would like and Bryce Young is successful and they're going to go ahead and pay him next year. Or here's another deal that's out there that I know he would likely play on the tag now because of his injury this year, but Ikem Ekwonu is another contract out there that if he finds his way back this year and plays successful, or if Walker, if you like what Walker does and you want him to be a long-term option, that's another contract you got to think about, you know. So yeah, it'll be fascinating. I think that Mike Jack, the Corey Thornton thing, it gives you the leverage to be able to negotiate, you know, with Mike, or allow him to go out and, you know, seek a deal that, you know, would be more fitting for his play. But I know whatever deal he gets and he commands, he deserves it. He 100% deserves it.
Yeah, he definitely deserves a payday with the way that he's been playing for us the past couple of years. Definitely seems like a steal when we picked him up.
Yeah.
I do know one thing. We have got to, and I believe we have in the last 2 drafts, been building this thing up the right way. But we have got a lot of money in free agent signings.
Indeed.
So we have got to get that number down via players in the draft.
I agree. Shout out to we got somebody else added to it. J-Rock, what's going on?
What's going on?
You got it. What you think of the draft so far?
Man, it's crazy so far, man. It's kind of going the way I thought, though. I just hope the Saints don't get nobody to make us mad, man.
Any surprises so far?
Shoot, man. Sonny Styles, really. That Sonny Styles kind of threw me over. Going to the Commanders, that was a big surprise.
I saw him mocked there a couple of times. I did. The biggest surprise to me was David Bailey. I did not see David Bailey going number 2. I didn't see that at all.
Yeah. People were saying he was the best player in the draft. I was like, dang, okay.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard people saying that the next Von Miller. I've heard all kind of crazy stuff.
And just a side note, man, I'm from the 828, man. Your neck of the woods, man.
No way.
Asheville,
Where you go to
man.
school?
Man, I don't even want to tell you, man. I went to TC. I'm a Ram, man. I was a Ram.
Where? What year you graduate?
2013.
Oh, okay. You a pup.
Yeah. I'm 31. I'm turning 32 in July.
That's what's up, man. So you know some of my people. You know David McDowell.
Oh yeah.
That's my brother, man.
Okay. Hey, man. Asheville's so small, bro.
It is, yeah.
I'm older than dirt. I graduated high school in fucking 2001.
Me too. Or I was 02. Yeah.
04.
Yeah, man.
Rob,
you
what
was a
year?
Rocket, weren't you?
Yeah, man. What year you graduate, Rob? Rob, what year you graduate? Go on and tell us.
From where?
Rob said, "I ain't this none of your business now." Yeah, I was a Rocket, man. Yes, sir.
Boy, yeah, I watched C-Man and people. When we got Rico, man, like everybody out here was so supportive of that, man. Because I seen like you know, man, I seen it firsthand.
Same.
So, man, I seen it. Yeah. I seen what Rico do because I was kind of mad he left, and his little brother out here, man, his little brother boy, he been defending him like no other. Everybody that's been like happy that he been gone, man. His little brother been defending him like.
That's hilarious.
So Rico was really that nice in high school because being from the eastern side of the state, we didn't really hear much about the western side of North Carolina football that much.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, Rico was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and did everything. Played quarterback, running back. You know, he was a do-it-all guy, man. And
he was like Cordell Stewart /
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, but not quite that from the quarterback position, but yeah, from the just the versatility, absolutely.
Man, he had a bum knee one game, man. His knee was hurt, and he took like an 84-yard touchdown to the crib limping, outrunning everybody still. Like, Rico was crazy, man.
Yeah, he was
crazy. Well, hope he does well in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
I think he will. You know, I'm excited for him, man. Obviously when he said the whole thing about having us circled, like, you know, I was like, come on, man.
Come on, dog.
Yeah. That's his bloods and guts game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I tell you one thing, he ain't running for 200 yards on us.
Oh no,
not this time.
No, not this defense. Not this defense we about to have put together.
No. Nightmare on Mint Street loading.
Huh?
I said a nightmare on Mint Street loading. That should be the name of the defense. A nightmare on Mint Street.
I like it. All right. See, I feel like the Saints gonna make us mad and get Ruben Bain right here.
Oh, my boy just texted me and said, don't say that.
Don't speak it into existence.
Oh.
Yeah, they get ready to pick right now.
I honestly believe if we get Dylan Thieneman, it's going to be hard to throw on this defense.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you got Mike Jack, you got Horn, and then you got Thieneman.
Hold on a second, Steve. Oh, okay.
Jordan Tyson.
Oh, so that tells me they're in on Shook.
Yep.
The
And
Saints got Tyson.
Ooh, him and Olave. Oof.
hey, look, check it out.
Oh my God.
So yeah, your offense may be straight, right, from that perspective. But one, like, you're not gonna be able to protect Tyler. That's number one. Two, you ain't gonna be able to stop nobody. So congratulations. I actually
So
love
they
this
pretty
pick.
much Mike D'Antoni offense, all offense, no defense.
You're right.
I love
You're
this
right.
pick because who in our division would do this for years and
Jordan
neglect their
Tyson.
defense? Who said that?
OG.
Oh, that was Rob.
OG.
Now who would do this for years, man, in our division?
You ready?
Atlanta. For
Yeah.
years. Wouldn't draft.
Thanks.
I mean, they would draft some defensive players, but it was like every year was an offensive player, man. And look, couldn't stop a nosebleed. So
Yes,
I
sir.
love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I know you trying to help. They trying to help Shuck out. They trying to help Shuck out, but nah, you got to get some defense.
What you saying, Steve?
I said I like what Atlanta's done. They don't scare me a bit.
At all.
And I got to hop off real quick, but I just want to say it's been great chatting with everybody. I still think that we're going to get Rodriguez in first and that we're going to make some noise. Keep pounding, baby.
Keep pounding, my boy.
J-Rock, question.
Yes, sir.
How did Robinson do this year? I didn't keep up with any of the local football stuff. How did Robinson do this year?
Man, I ain't kept up since I played, man. Like I know that they kind of just been down ever since we left. Cause I played. I don't know if you know him, but I played with Noah Suber. That's my cousin.
Man, I can't wait to see.
Man, that was my quarterback.
Jalen and
Noah
Devin
Suber.
play.
Noah Suber. He was a quarterback for Robinson, and that was my quarterback. I played with that, but so I don't. Ever since we left, man, it's just been bad, man.
Word.
And then they been kind of on the coach. Man, they just been different coaches, man. Yeah, so I ain't really been keeping up, but I know Reynolds been good though. I know they been good. Reynolds been good.
Yeah, so one of my partners from long ago, man. I'm really excited. So I did a little promo video for his son. Hey, you heard? You know the twins that go to Asheville High, Jermaine and Tremaine, that went to Asheville High. Yeah, I can hear you, Steve. So Jermaine and Tremaine's son. I mean, excuse me. I think it's Tremaine's son. Tavian.
Yeah, Tavian. Yep.
Yeah. Nice. Like already getting looked at by D1 schools as a sophomore. Like super nice. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm kind of following him to see what he gonna do over the next couple of years. But yeah. But anyway, back to draft stuff. Steve, you were saying something. I'm sorry, man. We didn't hear you there. What were you saying? Or were you saying something? You there, Steve?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You there? Is it me or is it y'all? Can y'all hear me?
I hear you, John.
Okay,
cool.
I
can hear you.
All right, bet. I thought Steve was trying to say something. Maybe you were just trying to say hello to see if you could hear us. We can hear you. Can you hear us? Go out and come back in. Like if you go out and then hit the link and come back in, it should fix it. I'm gonna put you out and then just come right back in, okay? If you can hear me.
You're gonna put him out, come back in.
Yep. He'll be back. Steve, if you're listening to the chat on YouTube, just come right back in. That should fix your issue. I have not used StreamYard, this platform that we on right now, in probably 3 years. I usually use this all the time. and I moved to something different. But yeah, here we go. Who do you think the Browns gonna take?
Man, let me think. The Browns, man. Let me think. The Browns need
Spencer.
the Browns. They need some offense. I think they need another receiver or something. I think they need a receiver.
Spencer
But who would
Fano.
they take this early?
Oh, okay. They made a smart pick. They took Spencer Fano.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we need.
Well, that's
First
one off our
offensive
board.
lineman. I would have thought Francis Mariano would have went first. So, surprise, surprise.
Well, that's we crossed him off our board, fellas.
Yep. Dylan Thieneman still on the board, man.
Let's go, baby.
Obviously,
That's
okay.
my-
So I'll say this.
That's my guy.
Y'all know it's J-Rod game for me. But my first mock was Dylan Thieneman. So I would not be mad with the Dylan Thieneman pick. I do still think, however, that Jacob Rodriguez is likely going in the first round.
You think so?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
I like the way you standing on that. I'm gonna rock with you on that.
I'm saying
I like that. I love J-Rod, man. That's my dog, man. I just know what he can be with a couple of NFL off seasons and just getting right, boy. He can be a problem, bro.
I agree. Yep.
He can be a
I
problem.
think-
He's got to get a little bigger. Just get a little bigger for me. That's all I
Yeah.
need. Just get a little bigger.
I would like to see. It'll be interesting to see his playing weight change and how that affects him. But
Right.
it's the same thing with a guy like Nick Scorton. Nick Scorton changed his playing weight, came back this year, and just absolutely. I mean, because I want to say when he played at Purdue, he was closer to what he weighs now.
They took Francis.
Yeah.
Who?
He was-
The Giants?
Yeah.
Am I that far behind? That's a smart pick for them too.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm way behind. All right, so I gotta tell you, I'm literally muting myself. I don't want to see nobody. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm turning my head when we make our pick, and then I'll
Okay.
come back right after. But man, they are blazing through these picks, man. We're gonna be picking. So this right here. This is Kenyon Sadiq. So my prediction to
Dolphins?
Kenyon Sadiq was Miami prediction. So if I hit this one, that's 2.
Okay.
What number pick are we on?
11.
11 already.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
already.
8-minute thing is working.
It really is. They are. Look, you could even see there was a point where you could see Roger Goodell doing this, like he was looking at the cameraman, like let's go. Because I mean they're competing with the with the NBA playoffs right now. They don't want
Yeah.
people. Oh, who did they trade it to? Oh man, y'all, I think it might be over for us. It might be over for us. Dallas just moved up one spot with Miami. Wait.
No,
No.
they're at 12.
No, Dallas moved up to 11 and they have pick 12.
Oh no.
So I wonder if they gave up a first.
They gave up 12 to the Dolphins.
No, they kept 12. Because Dallas had 2 picks already in the first round anyway.
Yeah,
So
they had
now-
12 and 20 or something.
Yes. So now Dallas, no, they I think the Chiefs had 9 and 20. Dallas had 12 and
5 and 12, wasn't it?
no, 12 and something else. 12 and 1 in the 20s. 12 and 20 something, right?
Yeah.
So now Dallas is picking back to back. Oh, you know what? Now they changed it. Okay, yeah, so they did. They moved up. So yes, Miami went back to number 12. Because at first, when I was looking, it showed that Dallas had 11 and they had 12. I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay, so now, yeah, they moved up to 11. My guess is Dylan Thieneman's off the board. Either that or they
Yeah,
love
it's Dylan.
Kenyon. Yeah, or they love Kenyon Sadiq, one or the other.
Well, 11 and 12, that's going to get those 2, I promise you.
I can't
They
be too
know.
bad. There's still some good safeties out there. If they take Dylan.
100%.
We'll be all right.
This could be also Caleb Downs, though. Do remember, Caleb Downs still on the board.
He
I
is.
like trading Stoops too.
Yeah.
I love me Stoops. Yeah, Stoops, nice. That's our nickel right there.
This is
Dang.
horrible.
All right, I wonder what the compensation was. They're gonna say here in a second. Hey, bro. What is he talking about? Francis Maui Norton, I got on TV cussing. I like it.
Don't they? Dallas has a featured tight end, don't they?
Who? Dallas? They do. They kind of always have, but that'd be dynamic. I don't know. I have a feeling that I don't think they maybe expected Caleb Downs to be here. I think that's going to be the pick. I don't think it's going to be Dylan Thieneman. I think it's going to be Caleb Downs. Because that is kind of a slide for him, considering where he was projected to go by most mocks. So. Most of these mocks have been blown up, though, man. Most of them have been blown up already. All right, I'll ask y'all a question while we're in a break right now. What player would you be just absolutely like pissed off about if the Panthers pick at 19?
Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah.
That's mine off the rip.
We don't feature the tight end. We don't need a tight end.
I think I asked that already. I wanted to ask you that, J-Rock. But, okay, now, if it's not Dylan Thieneman, and you don't have to say Jacob Rodriguez. That's the hill I'm dying on. Actually, this is the better question to ask. Who is it? Who does it have to be for you if it's not Thieneman?
Honestly, man, 19, you need a day. 19 needs to be a starter. So I mean, there's not so many starter positions that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Safeties, you would have somebody start at safety.
Mm-hmm.
You would have somebody start at linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
You would have somebody start at D-line. Possibly. And you would possibly have somebody start at O-line.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they're going to be fighting for a position.
Yeah.
Man.
What if they took Caden?
It has to be. Oh.
I wouldn't be mad at that pick, but
I wouldn't be mad. I'm not gonna be mad at no tackle pick.
I don't know if that's entirely true. I think that you can get Caden McDonald is the real deal, but I also like Nick Barrett. I also like, for whatever reason, I don't know if injury will allow this, but I think Caleb Banks is going to be there at 51 if we stay pat there.
Don't he have a foot problem or something?
Yeah. Yep.
It'd be tough, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Thing is, though, like, he gets healthy.
I think they're trying to sell television time. This is taking longer than 8 minutes.
I don't know if they would do that with drafting that high with the situation with Brooks. I think they learned a lesson with that.
I was thinking that too, thinking that exact same thing.
Because you really wasted a second round pick.
And I can't believe how fast. I know, Rob, you just mentioned that the 8 minutes are taking a while, but it doesn't feel like it. I feel like this thing is blazing by. So the Dolphins got a 2026 fifth, this year fifth, 2 fifths, excuse me. And then the Cowboys got the slot moving up. So
Caleb Downs.
That's what they took?
Cowboys took Caleb Downs.
I kind of figured it.
Well, I mean, if I was them, that's what I'd have done.
Yeah.
Great safety. Rams are on the clock now, which is something weird.
Yeah. That's a smart pick for them. So, okay, so my prediction now is still now I'm going to say personally I think this counts even with the move, but 12 is going to be Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah, I need him off the board.
12's got to be
need
Sadiq.
him. He don't need to be an option when we get there.
I'm telling you, I think without question, Dylan Thieneman was going to the Cowboys, but Caleb Downs falling changed all of that. I don't think there was a question that he was probably going if they were picking, and I don't think they would have moved up either. That said, now that makes me think that he could end up going to the Rams. I think there's a world that exists where he could go to Baltimore because of some contracts that are coming up for them. And then if it's Dylan Thieneman for us, if he's number one on the board for us, we still got a little bit of a hill to climb unless they decide to move up. And look, we got 2 5th-round picks, man. If Kenyon gets drafted right here, if they really like Thieneman, man, like I know Dan's probably going to be like, man, we're going to stand pat today. But look, we just saw what Dallas did. If he keeps sliding, this could get interesting. That's if they like him the way that a lot of people think. According to people like Joe Person and, a lot of these reporters, they're big on the idea that that Dylan Thieneman is the pick. So
do you think there's a world where we try to get Thieneman at 19 if he falls there and maybe move up sooner in the second to get J-Rod?
Yeah, I think so.
I think the Rams or the Bucks are going to get him.
I hope not, man. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be happy if, as long as, like with Jacob Rodriguez, look, this is the thing. If he falls out of the first round, as long as he don't go in the division, I want him to be successful. If he goes to Buffalo, cool. If we don't take him and we get Thieneman, I am not going to be mad at all if we get Thieneman, right? Not at all. Actually, I'll be pretty ecstatic. That said, if the Bucks end up with Jacob Rodriguez, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I think that's what we got looking for us. I hate it, but yeah.
I think the Bucks are going to go wide receiver. They just lost Evans.
I don't think Bucks need a wide receiver, do they?
Eric said, "Who do we think? Who does he think? Excuse me. Who do you think? I'm sorry. We're going to get."
Just needs edge and
this is who I think we're going to get, pal.
Linebacker.
That's who. The mustache. Me and Rob. God dang it.
That's right. We're the only mustache people.
That's it. We're taking J-Rod. That's where we're going, buddy. That's who I think we're going to get.
Yeah, if the Rams don't get him, Bucks will.
Yeah.
I don't think Bucks are going to go linebacker. I think they're going to go wide receiver.
They might.
I could see them taking KC Concepcion.
Who, the Bucks?
Yeah.
Shoot, if we don't.
Well, the Dolphins hadn't picked yet, so.
I think they're taking Kenyon Sadiq. That's my prediction.
Yeah, Miami's taking Kenyon probably. He would fit that. He would fit that offense.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, I'm eating. I'm hungry. And let me ask y'all a question, just sidebar real quick. Do y'all want a jersey change, or are you cool with what we got?
I would like a tweak.
To what?
I don't know. I mean, other than changing the color, we haven't changed the jersey in like 12 years.
I just want a winning season.
Don't say it, Rob. Don't say it. We're all behind. You're up there in Rhode Island.
All right, I know who the Dolphins picked, and I ain't
Don't say it. Dang.
They picked.
Boy, was I wrong.
I think he was.
Caden Proctor.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
listen, that's a smart pick. That's actually a really smart pick.
Yep.
Eric said it's time for an upgrade. Maul said it's time for an upgrade. Look, for me,
I mean, what would you do to it? You can't change the color.
no. I just personally, I don't want them to change because usually what happens, like, there are very few teams. Wait a minute. Rich Paul is Caden Proctor's agent. I just saw Rich Paul there standing around him. That's crazy. Anyway, I have seen so many teams make changes, and a lot of times it's not really that tasteful. Like, if we did something like, if you want to say, okay, like Pittsburgh, for example, Pittsburgh went from like a regular varsity style number to like a slanted number. I thought that looked pretty cool. And that's kind of stood the test of time. I think some of the big changes that have happened that have stuck and been like, wow, that's amazing. Tampa going from the creamsicles to the crimson red. That works. And they went back to it after going to that BS that Nike rolled out that looked like a 80s alarm clock. And then Seattle's change. I thought Seattle's change was really good. And then a lot of Seattle's change also came with the new face of what they were, as you know, Legion of Boom, you know, all that, Russell Wilson, that whole thing, you know, Pete Carroll. So they changed their uniforms, and then the team's like identity changed as well. So it kind of worked tandem together. But sometimes it doesn't. And I like us being like the Green Bays and the, you know, like even Washington went to the Commanders thing. They just went right back to what they were. Like, they went to the 80s version of what they were, but like they went back to what they'd always been. And it looks great. And people are like, oh man, this looks amazing. I'm like, it's what they already had. Like, but other than the, you know, the Red Man logo on the helmet. But I don't know. I'm a big fan of the traditional block numbers. I like the stripes that they put on the shoulders. I think that's pretty cool. But I really don't want to change.
As long as they have black helmets.
Yeah, I like that.
I'd like to see a blue and black helmet.
Yeah.
I do agree with Maul about this, though. I do like the black jersey being the primary. Like, I want to say it was not last year, but the year before last, man, I wanted to burn the white jerseys, dog. Like, we wore those white jerseys like 13 out of the 17 weeks.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I think the process blue.
You know, in the beginning of the season, they won't wear the black ones because it's too damn hot.
Yeah, that's a fact. I think the process blue jersey is the best looking jersey in the entire NFL. Now, I might be biased, but so I had started like the My Franchise on Madden, and I like, you know, was just going through just killing, man. I won like 4 Super Bowls, you know, as a Panther quarterback on the franchise mode on Madden. And then I traded myself to like the Giants. Then I traded myself to the Browns. And man, like the Carolina Panthers stadium is unbelievable when the team is good. The keep pounding chant, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like I said, the process blue jerseys under the lights, especially like the night lights of like a Monday or Sunday night game. I don't know that there's a better. Well, I'm biased. There ain't a better looking atmosphere to me. That's why, like, when I, you know, built out my show for Mint Street Mondays, like I used a drone picture that someone had taken of the stadium and like the big Wells Fargo building and all that kind of stuff in the background, just because that whole aesthetic is just beautiful.
Yeah. I remember in '94 when they were building that.
The stadium?
Yeah. And we started playing in Clemson because we didn't have the stadium yet.
Yep. I remember that too.
Well, I'm glad to know you're an old guy.
Yeah, I'm old, man. I started watching football when I was 5 years old. I was watching Joe Montana and Steve Young and all the old guys, man. Bill Romanowski.
Oh wow.
Bro, he was nuts.
That dude was trying to kill somebody every time he played.
Every time. You just don't see. I don't even know if they would allow players like him in the league anymore, man. Like they relegate, that kind of aggression out of the league as much as they can. But yeah, he was, because Bill Romanowski was just different. He was borderline dirty every play, but he also was just he was just aggressive, man. But those kind of guys, man, like when those guys show up and get off the bus, like you just know, like it's gonna be a long day. And
he reminds me of that linebacker from Cincinnati. I forget his name.
Oh, Vontaze Burfict.
He was always trying to hurt somebody, especially on the Steelers.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but that is kind of the game, man. Like, these guys, these DBs in the NFC South, you start listening to them now. Of course, they wouldn't say this back then, but like some of these guys in the South, man, they hated showing up and seeing 89 in the lineup, hoping that he was sick today, or
Yeah, it was. It's just like what Ray Lewis used to say. He wanted people to fear him, like if you went across the middle, like he wanted you to stop on your route because you knew you were going to get hit.
Absolutely. Yeah. And not for nothing, Ray, undersized guy, shorter arm guy. You know what I'm saying? Like Ray was big, like he was, wide, but height, undersized. Just saying. I don't think my dream is going to come true today. I'm going to be honest with you, because the way that this board is starting to shape out right now, I think that they probably have about 5 guys that are still on the board right now that they're just like, hey, he's falling. Hey, he's falling. And y'all are not going to like this, but I think one of those guys is Kenyon Sadiq. I really do.
Is Dylan Thieneman still on there?
Still on the board.
Yeah.
Dylan Thieneman is still on the board. I could see, so the Rams pick right here. This is where I could see, Ruben Bain. Now, okay, let me ask this. Which one is it? Because Ruben Bain is still on the board too. Which one is it? Is Ruben Bain on the board because of the story that came out about the situation that happened in 2024? Or is Ruben Bain on the board because he's got T-Rex arms?
Could be a mix of both.
Probably.
Probably both together.
These old head coaches, they fear all the logistics of players, and like if their feet are too small, he's going to be they look at everything.
Look, I mentioned this on 2 shows ago. I want to say 2 Mondays ago. Man, it's going to be real hard for me to like. If Ruben Bain is there at 19, man, which this is looking like a real possibility. If he's there at 19,
my God, man, Rams took Ty Simpson.
No freaking way.
Yep.
Shout out to Dan Orlovsky.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Big surprise. Well, there's your big shock.
Wow.
That leaves a lot of other guys, that we got a shot at. So.
This board is nuts right now, man.
Crazy. Well, the
Ruben Bain is still on the board. Makai Lemon is still on the board. Dylan Thieneman is still on the board. This is getting interesting. Look, what? This makes sense though. It makes a lot of sense.
What pick are we on right now? 12?
We're on
where's
14.
Dan Orlovsky?
14.
Ravens.
I'm going to ESPN. I think I'm on ESPN. I'm going to ABC. Where's Dan Orlovsky?
But the pick is supposed to be in, and Bucks are on the clock, so I don't know.
So we're 5 picks away. How many big players are left right now?
Half a dozen.
Quite a few.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw the draft going this way.
But this was my point. This is my point. I said this yesterday, and I've had a change of heart, right? And let me say this too real quick. If Ty Simpson can get picked at 13, if they love Jacob Rodriguez, he could damn sure get picked at 19. right?
Yeah,
So
well,
let's just throw
I think he's going to go with the Bucks. That's just you. You know, I'm really thinking that
you think
they need a linebacker bad.
Jacob Rodriguez is going to the Bucks at 15?
Wouldn't that be awful?
Nah,
Oh man.
I mean, I'm just sick.
they just lost Evans. I think they're going receiver.
Oh man. Okay, let me say this real quick. This was I had a change of heart. Like I came on here and said that I was going to go scorched earth if we pick, Jacob Rodriguez. If we do, I'm not going to do that. A really good friend of mine was like, "Hey man, be who you are," and that's not who I am. Right? Is reacting and responding to things that have been, shots that have been sent in my direction. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to change who I am. That said, this was kind of my point. None of us are experts. That was the point of the thing last night. Hey, expert, your mock draft is trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of our mock drafts are trash. None of them have gone any remotely close so far to how a lot of us thought that they would go. Many people did not see David Bailey going number 2. Ty Simpson.
I watched Colin Cowherd this morning, and his draft board didn't look like this.
No, I did too. I was watching that same show. These people, his mom and dad are shocked right now that Ty got picked 13th overall. They're shocked. Crazy. They're talking to what's the name on ABC right this very moment, and they are absolutely shocked, as am I. Right? But look, Dan Orlovsky, boy, let me tell you something. Even though he did not go number 1 overall, man, Dan Orlovsky getting ready to take a freaking lap because he got murked for this. People were killing Dan about his take on Ty Simpson. Now, of course, the real testament is going to be like when he comes out and plays and you see what he does, on the field. But hey, man, he was high on them, and a lot of people weren't. So this is fascinating. So you've got a couple of years until you gotta till you'll see him.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford's got a couple of years.
He does, yeah. So this is smart for them. This is, to me, this is Jordan Love. Jordan Love going to the Pack.
Yeah, your mock draft wasn't terrible.
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
But once we got the information that
Thank you for being nice, Rob. My mock draft was horrible.
It wasn't horrible.
I appreciate you being kind.
Man, I'm gonna be super excited if we could somehow pull off Dylan Peterman and Jacob Rodriguez.
I mean, the way that this board is falling right now, like, I'll say this. If we don't take Jacob Rodriguez at 19, which is starting to look, I'm going to be honest with you, it's looking unlikely. If we don't take him at 19, I think it's going to be hinged on, like, the fact that an undersized guy. I heard a scout say this one time on to a GM on, I think I was watching, like,
oh my God.
No, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Let me just ask this first. Is it who I think it is?
Yeah.
No, don't say it. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You got to be kidding me. I'm so far behind. Please don't say nothing yet. Give me a second. I really need to prepare myself.
Hey, you're the host, man. I ain't saying nothing.
Okay, never mind. I'm back now. Like, I went to ABC. ABC is way behind. Like, I was way back at, like, so Tampa picked the tackle from Penn State. No, the Ravens. Excuse me. The Ravens picked the tackle from Penn State. Is that what you're talking about, Rob?
Yeah, the Ravens.
Yes.
Penn State guard.
Okay.
What pick are we on?
Woo! 15. 15, man.
So the Bucks are going to get J-Rod.
Don't do that.
I'm worried.
The Bucks going to do everything they can to try to protect Baker Mayfield from Jalen Phillips and Nick Scorton. So they probably
they gotta find 1,000 yards, guys.
Man,
they gotta find 1,000 yards. They lost 1,000 yards of offense.
Yeah.
With who? Mike Evans?
Yeah.
I don't see them taking the receiver right
I
here.
mean, even if you get an average of like 500 yards out of 3 guys, that's not an Evans. I'm telling you, they're probably going receiver.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell
Is
you.
Mekhi Lemon still on the board?
If the
Yeah.
Bucks please don't say nothing. Don't even, Rob. I promise you, I'm gonna drop you out of the show for like briefly. Don't say anything.
I ain't said
But
nothing.
if the freaking, I'm getting ready to go to YouTube TV on my phone, man, because that's what I think I'll probably be on the same time as you. If the freaking Bucks take Jacob Rodriguez, I am literally turning the stream off.
Well, I'm gonna be with you. I'll cut it
I'm
off too.
quitting. I am quitting.
But they're gonna do anything they can to mess with us.
And then I'm gonna come back tomorrow.
You know
and-
what could be? It could be that could be the reason they've been pumping him up is so that the Bucks will take him.
What in the world?
I know that sounds crazy
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
because they know how the Bucks work.
I don't know, man.
I mean, Luke wouldn't have said that on accident.
No, Luke said that, but well, true indeed. But Luke said that because of his honest, like, love for Jacob Rodriguez. I don't think it was like as a smoke screen for like Tampa or somebody like that to take him. I don't think that at all. J-Rock back. Steve, where you go, man? Steve said, "I'm done with y'all."
My bad, man. You know this. You know these mountains.
You good? What, you on the Parkway or something?
No, I'm down. I'm toward. I live towards downtown.
Okay, that's what's up.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Right
on
on
off
Morgan
where?
Street. On Morgan Street,
Okay.
right over here by kind of towards like by the South Side, Erskine, and all that
Mhm.
over there. Yeah.
Yeah, my pops live over there.
Okay.
Yeah, he live right off of Myrtle.
Okay.
Yep,
I think we can get Dylan.
I do too.
Man. Oh, let's go, man. Come on, man.
You think Dylan gonna go to the? I think Dylan could go to the Bucks.
I think Dylan can go to the Bucks, the Vikings.
He can go anywhere right now.
We can go anywhere, man.
Mhm. Are they
Come
up
on,
yet?
dude.
Are they up yet?
Bane's still on the board.
No, I'm talking about. Is the TV still on? Rob, how far are you ahead? Are they at the podium or are
The
they
Bucks still aren't up yet.
Okay,
I mean, the pick's in, but they ain't released it.
they haven't come back yet. I got you.
Jets
Come
are
on,
on the
Bucks.
clock.
Hey, there's still so much talent on that board, boy.
I mean, I'm trying to look at the board who's left that's good, and I got a feeling we're going to get somebody good.
Yes, sir.
This is crazy.
It is.
Hey, man. All the mocks we did, man. All these mocks. Look at this now, boy. It's crazy.
God, bro. I was gonna ask y'all earlier.
Oh,
Somebody from Underdog just said that Diana Rossini deleted all her social media accounts.
oh yeah.
Diana
Please.
Rossini,
Mm-hmm. She
Bless
deleted
her
her Twitter
heart.
first.
bro, they went scorched earth on them today. Like earlier today, Page Six, and then the New York Times were resharing photos of like her and Mike Vrabel at a place like 6 years ago. And then I'm gonna tell you what's even crazier. So, I gotta let Steve back in. Hold on. Steve, you there, man?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool.
I don't know, for whatever reason, I keep losing audio.
That's okay. But no, I'm gonna tell you what's even crazier. So they released those photos of her in the like at a random bar with Mike Vrabel like 6 years ago. So she had a son that's like 4 years ago or whatever, and named him Mike.
Wow.
So now you got people speculating that her son is actually possibly be Mike Vrabel's son.
Has he got a big head?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know that. But she but I'm saying, man, like it was wild today. Like, so all these photos that have been kind of held back and they just kind of went scorched earth on her today, man. And like they were releasing all kind of photos. Okay, don't say anything, Steve. I mean Rob, don't say anything.
I ain't
not
saying
even
a word.
I'm not looking at the screen because I don't want Rob's facial expression to give it away either.
I'm not
Okay,
watching
ready?
the draft. I'm watching the hockey game.
Okay. Rob, come on, man. Don't do me like that. Hold on.
It's okay.
Okay.
Okay. He said it's okay.
They picked
got
the
Robert
edge.
Oh,
Stewart in.
wow. Ruben Bain. Okay.
Dang.
Ruben Bain. That makes sense.
Oh, my boy.
That's I'll be honest with you. I don't like that. I don't like it because of what it means. What we gotta face, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, true.
I'm okay with it. Hey, look, man, not for nothing. Ruben Bain, like, I understand the whole, being undersized. That could, man, his bend is insane, dog. Like, so that could really, like, that's a huge advantage for him. So
yeah, we're picking offensive line for the rest of the night.
All right, so the Jets got their pick in. I'm gonna say, who did the Jets take? David Bailey. I'm gonna say the Jets take Mekhi Lemon right here.
Oh yeah.
Or Kenyon
That would
Sadiq. Kenyon
that would make
Sadiq or Mekhi Lemon.
I think we're gonna get. Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they need some offense.
They're
Hey,
picks in.
Ma.
The Lions are on the clock.
Ma, I feel you. Ugh. Yeah.
I'm not gonna look.
Yeah.
Dang, man, Ruben Bain twice a year. God dang.
Yeah, man.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's all right though.
Nightmare fuel. Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
All right. I'm going back
Oh, I know my
to
boy
what am I on?
Garrison.
ESPN? Okay.
that might be a reason to take a left tackle.
Oh man. All right. So I'm going to YouTube TV on my phone because that puts me a little bit further ahead. And
I don't know if y'all are Hurricanes fans, but they're winning right now.
are they?
Yeah.
Where are they in the season at this point?
Playoffs just started. We lead the series 2-0 right now.
Okay.
So far, we're good.
Right now we're winning 2-1. 16
Nice.
minutes left.
You in South Carolina, John?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Okay.
I moved to the 864, bro. I love it down here too. I'm just down the I'm literally right down the street, man. Like I live off of 290 in Taylor's, like Taylor's Greer area.
Okay.
Which I know as a content creator, people are like, hey, don't be putting your stuff out there. I promise you don't want to pull up here. I put it on everything. Because down here, the choppers grow on trees. So
trees.
I'm trying to tell you.
I always tell people you can pull up if you want to, but I was in the Marine Corps. So
Straight up. Right around the corner from us, they be practicing all the time. So I'm like, you know what time it is over here.
Mm-hmm.
How close are you to Charleston?
A ways away. Like about I guess about 3.5, 4 maybe.
You more
It's
southern?
5 for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the upstate. I'm in Greenville, Spartanburg, that area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were in Charlotte.
You ever
No.
been to Seabrook?
To who?
Seabrook Island?
Seabrook Island.
I'm
That's
not
down
even.
here.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's in South Carolina.
Word.
Near
What's
Charleston.
up, SC Panther boy? Appreciate you coming through. You were saying, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
It's near Charleston.
Okay. Nah, man, I went to Charleston. Okay, so I've only been to Charleston one time in my life. Back when I was in a band and I was going to play a show in Charleston, and I was driving on this, like I was driving up this hill, like or up. I was on the interstate, and it was like we were driving up, and then as soon as we got to the top, we were coming down, and I mean it was nothing but water, and I was terrified. It's like you're gonna drive right into the ocean. Like I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, but that's the only time I've been to Charleston in my life. Beautiful city, historic, similar to home. My city's I actually grew up in a. No, don't say nothing.
Gosh, here we go.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I
can
knew
see
it.
that. Yeah, I see
You're
that.
still okay.
Yep.
We
Who got
good. Wow.
Cameron
Get
Sadiq?
off the board.
Yep, that makes sense.
Now,
Yeah,
all
I
y'all that wanted King Sadiq, then he
Yep.
gone. He
he
gone, y'all.
gone. He gone.
Thank God.
I could see that, and the reason I could is because, like, I know people will look at that and be like, man, that's a really interesting pick. Maybe they shouldn't have gone him right there. The reason why I like that for them is because you don't have your quarterback of the future right now, but when you get him, you're gonna need as much, like, you need a blanket like this. And this guy, like, look, the thing about Sadiq, man, is like, and Real Ball Watcher said it last night, he does so many things well, but he's not, like, because of how he's used in the offense out there in Oregon in the spread, it kind of leaves you to believe that he can't be like a traditional guy, like a blocker, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I think he can. He's a physical freak, man. Like, I think he's gonna be good either way. So, but that's a good pickup for them, man. Who's starting quarterback with the Jets next year, by the way? Or do y'all know?
Exactly.
There you go. That's funny.
I don't even know.
Lemon.
Who's watching me on YouTube? I'm gonna have to mute you. There you go.
Minnesota.
All right, y'all.
Dylan.
Here we go. So we got the Lions, we got Minnesota, and we got us. So Dylan Thieneman is still on the board. Makai Lemon is still on the board. Like, some of the big dogs that were mocked to go much higher are still there. A lot of them are gone, and King Sadiq was one of the last ones of that fold.
Yes, sir.
They're going at 17 and 18.
You know, it feels, let me tell you what it feels like right now. It feels like to me that Thieneman at 18 might be just a match made in heaven.
I'm trying
the replacement for Harrison Smith. Go ahead. I'm sorry, buddy.
Exactly. No. You right. No, I've been saying that for the past like month now. Like, man, that's gonna be a replacement to Harrison Smith, man. It just made too much sense.
Yeah,
like, it makes too much sense.
Yep.
So
We're gonna trade back.
If Dylan Thieneman's gone,
mm-hmm.
do they go J-Rod or do they go Casey Concepcion?
They're going to trade back and get J-Rod.
If Dylan Thieneman is gone, I think there's a world, because I think that they probably like Makai Lemon over Casey Concepcion.
Yeah.
Why? Because I like Makai Lemon over Casey Concepcion personally. So if Dylan Thieneman is gone, either here or 18, I think that Makai Lemon is going to be the pick. However, if Makai Lemon goes here, which I don't, I don't think there's a chance that he's going to the Detroit Lions, not with what they have as the skill positions.
Yeah,
so,
they got too much offense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think they're gonna go offensive line.
Yep.
They could go offensive line.
Or we could see our first D tackle go off the board. They could possibly go Caden McDonald.
What tackles are left, if anybody knows?
Caleb Lomu, Mansour. I mean, excuse me, not Mansour. Max Ichenhauer, however you say his last name, the Arizona State guy.
Yeah.
Each an hour or something.
Yeah, he good.
The guy from Georgia, the tackle from Georgia, still out there.
Yep,
Blake Miller from Clemson.
Yeah.
And the Georgia guy's a guard, my bad, not a tackle. But there's still some premium guys out there.
Yeah. Lions
this might be where the your tackles start falling off.
Mm-hmm. Is that the Lions left tackle retired this year?
Who?
The Lions did this left tackle. Did their left tackle retire this year?
I'm not sure. I know that Renee Sewell moved to right tackle.
I think he did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did, man. So they're gonna be definitely going online.
getting nervous.
You making me nervous, man.
I think we're gonna trade back.
There's too many players to trade back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna sit right there. Unless Dylan leave. I don't even think we'll trade back if Dylan leave.
I don't either. I think whoever they like, they're gonna take. I'm with you. I don't think a trade back because I don't think there's anybody on the board that anybody further down would like scamper up to the top of the board to get.
Exactly.
All right, now let me ask y'all this. There's a world where they could, when you think about somebody pulled up some stats of our pressures and stuff like that from last year. There is a world where they can still go edge. They could go Keldrick Faulk. Hey, look, that's what I think could happen right here. I think Detroit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Detroit is gonna take it's either gonna be a surprise edge, or they're gonna go Akeem or Keldrick Faulk. That's gonna be my prediction here. Keldrick Faulk, Akeem Mesidor. Don't say it because I know you already see Rob.
That would make sense to put somebody next to Aiden.
Yep.
Hold on. Well, I'm switching to YouTube TV because he didn't already announce the pick on YouTube TV. I know Rob already know. Actually, I'm way behind on YouTube TV as well. Rob, where you live, man? That you seeing this early?
I'm in Charlotte.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Don't say nothing, J-Rock, because don't you?
No, I don't.
Well, it's the same name I got.
Wow. Okay.
We are in
Blake
business.
Miller.
We're in business. We are in business. We're on the clock.
Oh my gosh.
We are in business. We got
Yes,
one
we
of
are.
them, 2 good guys. We got one of them. We got one
Vikings
of them,
don't
2.
do me dirty. Vikings, come on.
Yeah,
Vikings,
okay.
Are we on the clock?
Look, the Vikings
We're on
pick
the
is
clock.
already in. The Vikings.
They got to announce the Vikings.
He's gone. He's gone.
He gone, dog.
Yeah, he gone, y'all. The
Oh,
Vikings pick is
man.
already in. He is gone.
He gone,
It's
man.
a wrap. Yep. It's Rap City.
Oh, no. Come on, Vikings. Do something crazy.
Man, you know what? Shout out to my boy Brad, my co-host of Mid Street Monday. Brad has been high on Blake Miller for a long time.
Oh, yeah. I love Blake.
And he would always talk about him being like a version of like a Lane Johnson. And he loved this kid. So Brad,
Blake, nice.
Take a bow, buddy.
Yeah, shout out Brad, bro. He nice.
Yeah, he's good.
He got the fastest get off. He got the fastest get off of any old lineman in the draft.
Yeah,
his get off is crazy. He just got to get his technique a little better. But
we could have took him because he's from Clemson.
Yeah, I need the back.
Man, I'm getting nervous, man. I don't know how I'm gonna react if they run that card up there and it is J-Rod, bro. Right. I don't know how. Okay, here we go. Don't say no. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Oh,
I'm not even looking at you, Rob.
No.
I'm not looking at you, Rob.
No.
Here it is. Here come the Vikings. Oh, it's happening. It's happening, dog.
Dylan gone.
He gone. Oh my God.
Wait, who?
Caleb Banks?
Oh,
they've already put the pick in.
Go get him. Go get him, Dan. Go get him, Dan.
Oh, he's right there.
Go get him, Dan.
Right there.
Go get him, Dan.
Dylan Thieneman just fell in our lap, yo.
Go get him, Dan.
I don't believe
I knew the Vikings was gonna do something crazy. I knew it.
Dylan Thieneman just fell in our lap.
Go get him, Dan. We only got to think about it, Dano. We only got to think about it, Dano. Come on, baby.
Now they have to move up in a second and get J-Rod. And it's
they're going to do it. Man. They're going to move up to get J-Rod, and that's going to be great.
Well, that's going to complete this. We about to complete our section.
Hold up. F you too, chump. Yeah, out of there.
Get up out of here.
I would give both 5th round picks to go move up to get him.
We about to complete our secondary right here.
Man,
Minnesota
look,
wants Stidham.
okay, I'm taking my headphones off because I do not want to look at Rob. I don't want to see Rob's face. I am putting my mustache on.
We about to complete our secondary.
I'm telling you right now.
Are we gonna do it?
If the pick is Dylan Thielman, you're not gonna be able to throw him.
I think it's Dylan too. Actually, I ain't even putting the mustache on.
I know it's Dylan.
Yeah, I ain't putting the mustache on. It's Dylan Thielman. Yeah, fell right to us, man.
I can't.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of gassed about that too. I want J-Rod, man. I still do. If they have a way that they can figure it out, I still want J-Rod. But man, right there.
They smoked everybody else out, I think. This is great.
Wow, man. Wow. Y'all, we really about to draft Dylan Thielman, aren't we? What are y'all gonna do if they draft a wide receiver and they actually work for real about it?
If Dylan Thielman's on the board and they get a receiver, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I'm gonna puke if that happens. And I know I'm gonna puke because I put my finger down my throat.
Oh man, Rob, if the TV, let me know when they come back to the podium, Rob, because I'm putting you on mute. Because I don't want to hear no reaction, and then you can react however you want right after. But I'm putting you on mute. Have they picked yet?
It's in, but it's not up.
Somebody in the chat said, nope, it's not there. I'm not looking at the chat. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm not. Come on, man. Come on. Let's go.
Dylan.
No. My headphones are off. I cannot hear y'all. I'm not coming back until after the pick is in. If y'all are talking, you can talk amongst yourselves. I will be back after the pick is in. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to see nothing. I'm out for right now. I am way behind the times. I'm streaming, but I might as well be on cable, on coax cables. I don't want to see anything. I can't hear y'all. If you can hear me, I'm probably loud. I'm screaming in the microphone right now.
I hear you, John.
I do not care. I'm not listening. I don't want to hear nothing. Come on with these commercials, man. Why are they doing this to my stomach? I feel like I got an ulcer right now.
Someone having an ass is always appreciated. Remember when I told you, Blake, you are enough? And you said, thanks, Dad. And then we had that amazing handshake. I don't remember that. Blake, you are enough.
Come on, man.
I don't know. Why don't you check your pocket? When the connection matters, it has to be AT&T. No, Mayor. Oh, I was just looking for my phone. The company with America's best guarantee.
All right, here we go. I don't want to hear it.
Any moment, I can also tell you, politics and football make strange bedfellows. The Eagles and Cowboys made a trade.
Yo, why am I nervous, man? All right, here we go. Y'all probably already know. I don't want to know yet. I'm not looking at the chat. Here we go.
Did they really just draft the tackle?
Yep. Monroe Freeland. What in the hell is going on? He's good tackle.
Dallas just traded their pick again to the Philadelphia Eagles. We just passed on Dylan Thieneman.
I know it. Cowboys gonna get Dylan.
No, the Cowboys traded. They traded to the Eagles.
Is Monroe Freeling a better player
than Dylan Thieneman.
I think it's a mistake. They just turned the wrong card in.
What?
All right, so as I mentioned, the Eagles have traded up with the Cowboys into this spot, so they'll be making the next selection here. These two teams traded back in 2021. The Eagles moved up for Devontae Smith. The Cowboys moved back and took Micah Parsons.
What?
That one worked out well for both teams. We'll see how this one works out. The Eagles pick.
All right, so first things first, I was dead wrong. Let's get that out the way. I was dead wrong.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you gotta. I said you gotta see what Bryce can do. Because if that left tackle goes down, you really want to see that that other guy. What was his name? He gave up like 19 sacks last year.
Oh, Stone.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. I don't.
Well, this guy's a long-term prospect. I mean, he'll be with us for 10 years.
Man.
I don't know that I would have passed on Dylan Thieneman though.
Oh man. Look, okay. Let me just get this out the way first. I was dead wrong about Jacob Rodriguez. So, which I kind of, the mustache and all the theatrics, I kind of figured I would be. But
what's the chat saying about it?
They're asking us. They're asking us how we feel about the pick. My boy Sakib was just like, well, my phone is absolutely blowing up right now. And whoever's calling me, I'll call you back soon.
We probably got better safeties than we think.
While I'm shocked, my reaction is
Malachi Lemon just went.
Yep. Makai Lemon, yeah. I'm with Pop. I'm cool with the pick. I'll be honest with you though. This was a huge shock to me because
wow.
Y'all go ahead first because I'm a little speechless at the moment, but y'all
go
ahead.
I can't even talk.
Is he gonna beat out the guy we brought in though? That's the question.
No. And the thing is that at 19, I mean, you can't. I just have a hard time believing that he was the first guy on your board, man. I know some of the guys that were more towards the top were on your board as well because you kind of have to do your due diligence. But I'll be honest with you, man. Like, clearly, there's something on tape that people see about Dylan Thieneman that we didn't see because I can name at least 4 teams right now already that I was just like, oh yeah, he's gone. The biggest surprise I think the 2 biggest surprises of the entire draft right now is Ty Simpson at 13 to the Rams and Caleb freaking Banks to 18 to the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, Nick Scott's got a job.
Yeah, but Dylan Thieneman on paper is better than him.
Wow. Well, I'll say this. This is what I will say. The draft is not 1 round, right? So that's important. There are a lot of premium positions that are still left. But I'm telling you, like, again,
it goes directly against what Dave said. This was a draft pick for depth.
Yeah, 100%.
And he said he's not picking in the first round for depth.
That means
Yeah.
Moton's gone.
Well, no, yes. This is a smart play. Okay, let me say this. I think of this in a few different ways. There's a few different ways you can view this.
You think it's a salary cap thing?
Yes. Yep. That's one direction. I think that because you got to think, in addition to Timo being gone next year, like his deal's up, right? So the 2-year deal that they signed for him, a thank you. If he retires, who knows? If he goes somewhere else, and Timo's still playing at a high level, so that it stands to reason that he might go somewhere else. But when you're crying in a press conference and they give you a 2-year deal because you really care about the Carolina Panthers, my guess is that he probably hangs it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would think. That said, it gives you stability there. And look, this doesn't necessarily mean that Walker's going to be bad, because this really says to me that they really don't know what Icky is. They don't know if Icky's ever going to be healthy enough to be a highly effective player again. And it resets. You get the 5th-year option, so you're basically resetting the entire timeline on your left tackle spot. And if this guy projects to be, what many people think that he could,
he's good.
Yeah, he might be better than Ick. So now you're getting a better player that you don't have to hand out a humongous contract to, or either play. Because look, when you have to put guys on that option or on the tag or whatever like that, when their money is due, they don't play the same. Do remember, Brian Burns, before he left, what did he say? He said in a presser or something like that, yeah, I wasn't playing at 100% because I was a little upset about the money situation, right? So it happens. So now you're getting a motivated kid to come in and, let's say Walker is successful. So now if you want to re-sign Walker, you kick him the right tackle. It's either him or Icky or this guy is your right tackle for next year, and one of those 3 guys is your left moving forward. So it kind of works out a little bit, but it still is a like – the deal. Look, the Jacob Rodriguez thing, man, like, look, that some of that for me was theatric. Some of it was what I really believed. I put it out there, so of course I stood on. I believe it. I was dead wrong. I'm shocked that they passed on Dylan Thieneman. I am shocked about. I am absolutely shocked.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
Well, this was a pick for the cap. Same thing that Ty Simpson was going to be to keep Bryce's a little bit more team friendly contract.
Does Monroe Freeland is he a swing left and right?
I don't know. I know they said I think he only had 1 starting year. They just said.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, Malachi Lemon though, I think we did good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right.
Again,
I roll with it. That's it.
Maurice said it. The pick does make sense. I'm not saying that. The pick makes sense. I'm gonna give you that. The pick does make sense. Again, though, I'm shocked that we all saw. Salute to Nick Scott, but we saw what we saw in the playoff game. Y'all saw it, right?
Yep.
I saw it too.
Oh yeah.
So he's right there. Maybe this is the thing, because it's not just us. Maybe Dylan Thieneman is not what we thought he was. Maybe it's that.
His tackling ain't the best.
I mean, we do have over.
That's all I can really think of,
$160 million
though.
tied up in the offensive line. So.
Besides his
he's
tackling,
not that
man,
big.
he was that too. But other than that, man, he was perfect, man, for what we was gonna do on our defense.
I mean, next year you could save some money if you kick either Damon Lewis or what's the other guy's name? The other guard we brought in?
Robert Hunt.
Yeah. If you lose either one of those, you can always kick Icky into guard.
So Max Eichenegger, they probably said his name. I still mess it up. But the Arizona State kid, he went to Pittsburgh. I like that pick for them. Like, look, after you saw what Seattle just did, like when people start looking at Seattle's defense and Mike McDonald and it looking like a team like this, because it's a copycat league. So like Tennessee went out and hired Robert Saleh, right? Defensive guy. You got Harbaugh Harbaugh was a special teams guy, but your pedigree when you spend that much time in Baltimore is defense, right? So when you see this run of defensive players that are out here, that's why these tackles are going where they're going, and maybe the safety position is not as premium a position, but we are getting at a point right now, and I don't think this is going to happen, but man, is it going to be crazy if Dylan Thieneman is in the second round, is there at the top of the second round?
Steelers took a tackle, my God.
Yeah.
I think he about to fall all the way to the second.
We're gonna have a run on tackles right now.
I think Dylan about to fall all the way to the second.
I do too.
So they know something that we don't know.
You couldn't have told me that Caleb Banks was going to be the first 3-tech off the board. I would have thought it would have been Caden McDonald. I just wouldn't have thought it would have been man, really? My man got on.
This is great.
And we got some memeable clips in this draft, man. Like when Jordan Tyson was walking through the hall and like a loogie came completely out of his mouth when he was like crying. It was pretty crazy. That's going to be floating around the timelines.
Is Thieneman still on the board?
Still on the board.
Still on the board.
Dallas is so the Chargers are picking right now. Dallas is picking right after them.
Oh, they gonna put him with Derwin James. Dylan Thieneman. Oh.
Yeah, I can see Dallas taking him.
This is where I can see a. Y'all could be right. I can see here. This is where I can see Caden McDonald going.
Yeah, they could use some interior.
Cowboys on the clock.
Man,
they need a linebacker.
Yeah, they do. Am I really about to sit here and watch the rest of this draft about thinking that J-Rod gonna get picked before the first round is out? Probably not.
See what the Cowboys do, then you can lock it down because I got a feeling J-Rod is in there.
I think J-Rod gonna be there in a second. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that there's a possibility J-Rod might be right there for us when we pick at 51. I think people are just like they look. There once upon a time, I mentioned this guy last night, Chad Muma, coming out of Wyoming. Now he wasn't as good a coverage linebacker as J-Rod, but there was a lot of hype there. And I mean, even last year, Carson Schwetzinger, man. I mean, Carson was a highly ranked linebacker, and he went in the second round. So I mean, it's not, it happens.
J-Rod's hype hurt him or helped him or something.
Yeah.
Made people cautious.
Very. Yeah. See who these Chargers take. Don't tell me, Rob.
Hurricanes won.
Yeah, that was a cat pick.
Oh, okay. Interesting. That makes sense. I kind of figured that he would go to a team that was because him being an older player, I kind of had an idea that he would go to a team that's like, on the brink. So that makes sense. And wasn't I don't know if y'all can answer this or not. Wasn't what's my man's name? Khalil Mack. I know they re-signed him, but how long was the deal? Just like a couple of years, or like? Do y'all know right offhand?
No.
Yeah, all I'm worried about is Cowboys, and that's the only one. Or the Bills.
The Bills said they liked him.
Who, J-Rod?
Yeah.
I don't think it's happening. I don't.
Yeah, people thinking that because they lost Tremaine Edmonds.
You think they would move up to the end of the first and get him?
Wait, Tremaine Edmonds
possible. I think it's unlikely. At this point, maybe it's me. I'm trying to concede that he'll be there in the second round, and we can still move up, and do it. But nah. I don't think
know
he'll
if he'll
fall.
make it all the way to 51.
I don't know, man. I don't know. At this rate, shoot, Josiah Trotter might get drafted, or Josiah Trotter, he might get drafted higher than my guy. But the thing I will say is this: if the pick is linebacker in the second round, there's likely going to be some guys there that you like, unless they start going off real early. CJ Allen's still going to be out there. Hill Jr. is going to be out there. So there's going to be some dudes out there.
Maybe they passed up on Thielen because they want Stoops.
Maybe.
Because T-Mac went to school with him.
Yep. Maybe. All right, I'm gonna wait to see what Dallas does right here. If Dallas picks the Eneman, I'm out.
Okay.
I still might be out anyway. I'm tired, man. It's 10 o'clock. I'm ready to go to bed.
You stayed really late last night.
I did. Man, if I would have if we drafted J-Rod, I probably would be like screaming through the microphone right now. But
anytime you talk about a player, it spooks these other teams.
Yeah.
Either up or down. I mean, it sexes them up one way or the other. So, he's probably fine for the second round.
Maybe.
If Dallas or
Joe said, should we move up or wait till he falls to us? Man, I'd
Dallas or the Bills doesn't get him.
And then Hollywood says, I'm glad we got a tackle for real. I ain't mad at it. I'm shocked about Dylan, but look, we're picking at 19. Let me tell you, the most beautiful thing, I don't really have any because I don't normally go live and do this. Like, I don't have as huge an audience as I would have on like Main Street Mondays or a Thursday Night Live or whatever like that, right? But which is fine because I'm very much enjoying this. That said, I'm kind of glad that it's not crazy out here, because if we're drafting and the whole Panther Nation is excited about it, it usually means that we're drafting somewhere in the top 10 and we suck. So if you're drafting for depth on a team that made the playoffs last year and you're just only going to protect the guy that almost won you the playoff game if the defense wouldn't have given up the drive that they did, and you still had a chance, and if you could have maybe stopped some of the pressure that was coming against Bryce on that last drive, in addition to having somebody who could separate and get open, I'm not mad at the pick. It's not the sexiest pick, but it may not be the sexiest one, but it's probably the right one. So
yep.
I'm just happy we've turned the corner, man.
Same.
7 years of losing seasons is insane.
Indeed it is, man. It's hard to wake up and, do content when that's going on consistently, and be motivated.
You usually have some good content. I always enjoy it.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. You guys are regulars, here, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm glad that I got to formally actually meet you. Now, Steve, I've had you on the chat, before, but this is the first time I've had the pleasure of having you, Rob, and it's been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me on, man.
Oh yeah, J-Rod. Yeah, my bad, man. I didn't think you were still here. My fault, bro. I'm not looking at the screen. My Asheville brethren.
Yes, sir. 828.
My youngest son goes to UNC Asheville.
Really?
Come on, Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Malachi Lawrence.
Interesting.
Wow.
That is weird. Well, I mean, Cowboys could use an edge.
Well, they drafted Donovan Ezeraku last year, kind of an undersized guy. But last night I made a joke about Malachi Lawrence going to Tampa. I made a joke to Real Ball Watcher, and he was like, "Hey, man, that's one you should look out for." So he was right. So Malachi Lawrence, goes in the first round.
I saw him earlier tonight. I don't know what I saw him, but I saw him somewhere.
And he actually said that he reminded him of DeMarcus Lawrence. So there we go.
Yeah. Shoot, John, I appreciate you having me
I feel
on, man.
bad
I'm
for
gonna get on
Kenyon
out of here,
today
man.
going
Yeah,
to
go
the
ahead, man. I'm gonna log off here in a second myself, man. I'm tired.
All right, my man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe.
You too, brother.
But I mean, like Omar Cooper, all these good receivers, you know, KC and all the, you know, wide receivers are, you know, they're just wide receivers are just, I don't know.
Yeah. Guys, I am spent. I'm getting off of here.
Okay.
All right, man.
It's
I
been
will
fun.
see
Talk to
y'all.
you again.
Yep, y'all will not see me again. I might make a video for tomorrow, just doing some research on the Monroe Freeling and kind of detailing some things that I think about it. But
I won't look him
if
up.
not,
If you do it, I'll watch it.
yeah, thank you. If not, then you'll definitely see me on Mint Street Mondays. So
All right, man.
I will see y'all. I appreciate you guys, man.
Maybe we'll get an alert that Dan moved up.
If we do, I'm turning the stream back on.
All right,
I'm
man.
telling you, so prepare yourself. Until then, guys, keep pounding.
Keep on.
See ya.